It's double the Gundam for double the mayhem as we look at No Grade 1/100 Seravee Gundam. Seravee Gundam is the upgrade to Gundam Virtue from the second season of Gundam 00. It has way more firepower than its predecessor and more maneuverability. So it's not just a sitting tank waiting to get shot at like Virtue was. It also carries on the theme of duality in Tierra's suit, as the backpack of Seraphy is itself its own Gundam, the Seraphim Gundam. In a pinch, Tierra can use his quantum brainwaves and activate Seraphim to support Seraphy in battle to cause double trouble, and can probably take down any enemy that's in its way. Well, unless you're a ribbons. Otherwise, it's a suitable suit. It definitely takes on its team role in Celestial Being in Season 2. And after Raphael, I would say it's my favorite Tyria suit in 00. But now let's open the box and see what's inside. In this kit, there are 10 runners that come in this. Majority of them go for Seraphy, but some also go for Seraphim. There are also 2 polycap runners that are in this kit. One weirdly from 1996, and one more modern one from 2008. So this one was brand new. From what the build I did, there was probably more than half left over from each. You also get 2 choices of foil stickers. You get your normal ones, and then you get your metallic ones that shine, that give off the Trans Am. Also, this kit actually comes with colored clear pieces for the weapons. For the most part, but good job on Bandai. You tried. And now we have Seravee Gundam locked, loaded, and ready to go. First, let's look at some articulation. Now that we have Seraphy without his weapons and his backpack, let's see what he can do. His head can go a full 360 degrees without any problems. However, due to it just being a polycap, it can't go up or down or side to side. The arm has a modest lift up, and if you can move that section of the shoulder pad, it can get up higher. One thing to note is that all of the joints are stiff, especially on the elbow. You get the what I call the double bend. The chest is a bit hollow, so you're going to get little front to back, but decent side to side. Due to polycaps, the side skirts can go out in front pretty well. And the knees have a slight bend to the front, but it can go way back. It can even touch his head almost. And you get a little side to side and a decent front to back of the ankles as well. And of course, the cannons can lift the front up and down. Let's also look at Seraphim Gundam by itself. The head can also go 360 degrees, just like Seravee Gundam. And it has a little bit more up and down than Seraphy 2, which is pretty impressive for its size. Arm can lift up pretty well due to its gimmick. It only has a single joint on the elbow. And it has about the same side-to-side motion as Seraphy. It also has a double jointed knee due to its gimmick of being the backpack. It looks pretty nice though, and decent articulation. Even though it's a throwaway, it's still awesome. And now we have Seraphy and Seraphim together, with Seraphy and his signature twin rifles together. They actually hold up pretty well despite their size. They can be a little bit finicky when it comes to the arms. And posing can be a little bit tight at times due to their sheer size. But still, you can hold them up. That's awesome right there. Now we have them combined together, and it still works pretty well. He can still pose with them. There's a little bit of weight issues when it comes to Seraphy itself. You do need to pose him properly in order for him to hold it. And finally, we have the rifles attached to his cannons on the backpack. They definitely add support for him to hold on to them. And posing is still a little tricky, but it can be done, which that in itself is great. If you remember from 00, the beam cannons can have arms to hold extra beam sabers. Unfortunately, in order to do this, you need to collect other hilts from other 00 kits, as well as have spare beam saber effect parts. So you'll need to make sure you have the right ones in order to do this. One last note is to make sure that the ones with the pegs are for the bottom, and the others are for Seraphim and the backpack hands as well. So you don't want to mix that up. You could break them by accident. I personally would say that after building Ariel's Cherubim and Seraphy, to me, Seraphy is the best out of the 00 no-grade lines. It has enough of an inner frame to have its stability, but not be a master grade. But it helps so much. The gimmicks are very well executed, and the color separation is probably above all the other kits. The only one I haven't gotten is no grade 00 Gundam, but if there's a master grade, there's no point of getting the no grade. It still is pretty sad that we probably will never see these kits, Ariel's Cherubim and Seraphy, in master grade form. But for what we were giving in the time that these kits were coming out, late 2008, 2009, they're pretty on par. It helps alleviate the need for a 1/100 style kit. As for myself, I'm a 1/100 guy, so it definitely stands out. And if I want on 4 suits, this is the only route to go. So I think this works perfectly. So I will say to go get Seravee Gundam. I know it's a no grade, and the IBO kids can probably kick his ass, but for what it's worth, it's a good size. It's about the same price as IBO kit right now. You're essentially getting 2 Gundams. 2 Gundams right here. 2 for the price of 1 and maybe a third. I got this for $30. I think it's worth it. There's only 1 kit left to get, which is the Master Grade 00 Saber/She, and that will have its review out soon. So, this is 101R Smith, and I will see you later. Peace!